What's up, everybody? We're live. And oh, thanks for greeting, Lucas. Today we're just gonna do some bullshit. There's literally no goal to this stream. I'm not streaming one specific game. I'm not gonna be just doing like this is just gonna be a stream where I just play random games, pretty much. And just do other bullshit. This is not a stream I'm gonna be taken seriously like I usually do. I'll just do whatever the fuck I want in this stream. For now, we're gonna play some Minecraft on creative mode. Also, Lucas, go ahead and play music while the stream's going, because I don't give a shit about copyright, dude. This stream gets copyright claimed, who gives a damn? Just play like underground rap or whatever. Don't play like Eminem or some shit like that, because that's gonna definitely fuck up the stream. Again, be careful what you say on stream. Fuck, I'm just gonna wait here and do nothing until someone pops up in the chat. Like I said, I'm not taking this stream seriously. I'm just doing it just for the hell of it. You guys are probably like, what do you mean bullshit stream bother me? Not all your streams are just bullshit. What I mean by bullshit? Fuck, if I need to, I'm gonna take like a 30-minute break if I have to in between games. You guys will have to wait. I think for the first 10 minutes I should just do nothing at all. Oh, Lucas, want to see the inside of my new house? It's pretty cool on the inside. Check this shit out. Look at this loft area I built. Yo, I need to turn up the volume. Yeah, this is the master bedroom. Got a bathroom here. Pretty cool house. Wanna know what'd be funny? You just play some Mr. Nightmare while I play. Wrong code. Mr. Nightmare. Let's listen to his old videos. It's funny, Mr. Nightmare has like a lot more videos that date back to like 2014, but they're all gone now and you can only find them via re-uploads. You can barely find them on YouTube. You have to go to like BitChute or shit like that. You can find some of them on YouTube, Mr. Nightmare's old deleted creepypastas. Because when you go to his channel and sort by oldest, you'll see his oldest video that he has still up is 5 creepy-ass true stories.
After 2 rings, someone answered, gave out a low...
But this video was uploaded, February 2015. And I know for a fact his oldest video was actually uploaded in 2014. I think the summer of that year. Probably around July or August 2014. I think that's when Mr. Nightmare's oldest video was uploaded, but now it's gone. Well, like, I used to be a really big Mr. Nightmare fan back in 2015. Even before he was popular. Before he had 1 million subs, let alone 7 million. I think my favorite creepypasta that I've seen from his channel, let me think. A lot of them are good. I really liked the trailer, that one's a good one. The Crawl Space is a good one too. The Nightmare Zone was kind of cool too. It was a parody of, what was it? Why did I forget the show that the Nightmare Zone was parodying? I feel like such an idiot. The Twilight Zone, that's what it was a parody of. Let's listen to his oldest video that he still has up on his channel.
Number 5. Last night, a friend rushed me out of the house to catch the opening act of the local bar's music night. After a few drinks, I realized my phone wasn't in my pocket. I checked the table we were sitting at the bar, the bathrooms, and after no luck, I used my friend's phone to call mine. After 2 rings, someone answered, gave out a low, raspy giggle, and hung up. They didn't answer again. I eventually gave it up as a lost cause and headed home. I found my phone laying on my nightstand, right where I left it. Number 4. When I was a kid, I was always the last kid to get picked up by the bus driver to go to school. One day I was waiting for the bus by myself, and a bus with no kids pulled up. The bus driver smiled and told me to hop on. I just had a bad feeling. I said, "Where are the other kids?" He said, "We will go get them now. Just get on." He got more and more pushy, but didn't do anything crazy. I just kept saying no, and he shrugged and left. The real bus pulled up a few minutes later. I went to school, and my parents didn't know until I mentioned it that night. Looking back, they were pretty worried. I remember them scrambling to make a few phone calls. Number 3. A few years back, I rented an apartment from a friend of mine. He had recently bought it and had it completely renovated. He put it up for sale but couldn't find a buyer, so I offered to rent it in the meantime. After moving in, I realized there was something wrong with the lady next door. She was about 45 but looked much older. She would sit up all night listening to Christian radio shows and talking loudly to someone. It got to the point where I couldn't sleep, so I went over to her place and asked her to keep it down. She opened the door and I got a quick peek. The walls all had crosses painted on them in different colors, and words like Jesus and angels scribbled everywhere. The windows were painted black, letting no light in at all. It was damp, yellow-stained 50-year-old carpets, dog shit, and cockroaches everywhere. No dog, though. I asked her to please keep it down. She just looked at me and shut the door. Then she turned up the radio even louder. The next night I had my girlfriend staying over. I wake up in the middle of the night and see a shadow of a person next to the bed, looking at us sleeping.
Oh,
I
terrifying.
think I'm hallucinating, as I usually do in the dark when I'm sleepy. But then the shadow starts talking. It's my neighbor, and she's holding something in her hand. She broke in during the night, and who knows how long she stood there. You should lock your doors at night, she says, and walks out. The next morning, I hear someone making strange noises below my bedroom window. It's my neighbor talking to herself in tongue. She has a plastic bag in her hand with her rotting dead dog inside. It's hot as hell outside, and I can smell death from that bag. At this point, I'm scared shitless. She's obviously very insane. I go upstairs and knock on another person's door and ask them what the hell's going on. The guy's as scared as me. Apparently, she broke into his apartment one evening as well while he was watching TV with his kids. He got up from the couch to get a snack, only to find her behind the couch, staring at him, holding a power drill. Come to think about it, now I know what was in her hand. At this stage, I'm basically shitting myself. I call the cops and they know all about her. Apparently she's a violent schizophrenic and she hasn't taken her meds, but they can't force her or enter her apartment without her permission because she owns it. The only thing they can do is get her when she goes outside. I sit up for the next 2 days, waiting for her to run out of cigarettes. When I hear her leave at 2 a.m. to go across the road to the 7-Eleven, I call the cops. They have 3 cars in a special van over in less than 2 minutes. They restrain her and throw her in the van and drive off to some institution. And in less than a minute, it's like she was never there. I never see her again. I still have nightmares about her looking at me in my sleep. Number 2. I was about 15 minutes from finishing the night shift at work when there was a massive crash on one of the windows in the office, so I get up and go check it out. Someone has thrown quite a sizable rock through one of the windows on the front of the building. This is made especially weird because I'm working in the industrial district at 11:30 at night with none of the other businesses open. I go back to my desk, put a quick call through to security to let them know, and decide to head home. As I'm leaving the building, I'm freaking myself out about it more and more and end up running to my car, getting in and taking off. I'm almost home and I've started to calm down a bit when I realized that I didn't unlock my car when I got in. It had been unlocked the whole time. I do a quick check with my hand in the back seat for any possible murderers that might be hanging around there, but there's nothing there. Fast forward about 30 minutes. I've called a friend of mine who says he's out drinking, so I decide I'm going to join him. I jump on my bicycle and start riding over. I'm doodling along the road on my bike. It's a nice night and I'm in no big rush, just enjoying the moonlight when I hear someone riding behind me. I straighten up and stick to one side of the road. He passes me really slowly, and when he's right beside me, he shoots me a smile, and I can describe it as purely insane. I kind of flinch and am taken aback as he rides on. That's when I realize he's riding my mom's bike.
Shoplifting
Needless
bike.
to say, I sprint the hell home. When I get there, sure enough, her bike is missing and one of my car's doors is open. The back left one. I was driving and had no need to open that door. Number 1. I worked at a campground on night shift, 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. every night. It wasn't bad. I would bring in my PS2 and game a good portion of the night, only having to deal with 1 or 2 people on busy nights. It was just me in this little 8-foot by 8-foot shack, with nothing around but dark all night. My first week there, the other third shift guy who was quitting told me about this payphone a few feet from the shack where I worked. He said it rang every night at 4:17 a.m., just once. It was probably just an automated test call, he guessed. He's never answered it himself. I go for a few months with the job. It was the middle of the summer, so most nights I had the windows closed, so I couldn't hear the payphone go off. Mid-August, I started leaving the windows open during the night. Sure enough, at 4:17 a.m. every morning, the phone would ring once. The ring even sounded creepy, like the payphone was submerged in water and then put where it sat. One night I got up the nerve to answer it. I set an alarm at 4:15 and would go wait at the phone until it rang. When it did, I answered it, but there was no sound, just dead air like someone was on the other line but wasn't answering. I said hello a few times and hung up. I did this every night for a week with the same results. I didn't think anything of it and left it alone after that for
When the
about a
bullshit
month.
be shitting balls.
The first
Hey,
week
what's
of
up, Tito?
October, I decided to answer the phone once again. I set my alarm, and when the time came, I answered the phone.
Today we're doing a stream where I do fuck all but play random games, and today I'm playing Minecraft.
Then I heard what sounded like someone inhaling through clenched teeth. The voice that sounded was rough and sounded like he had gargled gravel. He said my name, my complete name, first, middle, and last. It was a voice I've never heard. My voice caught in my throat and I hung up. I rattled some change into the payphone and hit star 69. The number had come from California. I lived in Indiana.
See if Mr. Nightmare takes down my stream. Like a faggot. This is supposed to be a walk-in shower, by the way. Like a really trashy looking one. It's just, I don't build my houses to be too big, so I don't really have much room to put a fully functional bathroom in it, like a functional shower and shit like that. So I just make do with the space I have. Make it look like a bathroom at least. This room can be a bit bigger, so I can fit the toilet and sink. Should we listen to another Mr. Nightmare video? You know, Lucas, you talk so quietly. People on stream are just gonna think I'm talking to no one, literally. I'm talking to myself. Just listen to deep web stories. Yeah, you crazy man.
I made the mistake of searching the deep web one time. I saw on Reddit some people were
Actually, Lucas isn't even a real person. He's my imaginary friend.
this thing called Tor that allows you to search the deep web. And it was basically a post asking for the strangest things people have come across on the deep web. It intrigued me, some of the things people have found. So I went along and downloaded Tor. Someone on Reddit posted a link to a basically hidden wiki with a bunch of useful links to the dark web. I was shocked at how many child pornography links there were. I did my best to steer clear of anything like that. I did come across a link that took me to another page with a bunch of links called the Black Pages. The page was black with a bunch of red and yellow links. The red pages seemed to be the strangest. There was one link called Personal Assassin and another called Dead Pets. Reading some of those links, I realized how messed up this whole deep web thing really was. I clicked the yellow link and ended up at yet another page full of links. There, I found something that seemed interesting. It was called the Secret Society chat. I clicked on the link, and it took even longer than all the other pages took to load. I'd say I stared at a blank white screen for a good minute before the page finally turned black and a chat box popped up. Next to the chat box was a black video screen. I wish that I had just clicked the back button at that point, but instead, I typed "Hey" in the chat box. What happened next was weird. Someone wearing a mask sitting in a dark room popped up on the screen. I felt like my heart stopped when I saw my face pop up on the screen as well. The website was using my webcam, even though I naturally keep it off. I covered it with my thumb and tried to close the page, but at this point my taskbar was gone, along with the minimize and exit buttons at the top of the Tor window. I tried hitting Control-Alt-Delete, but it did nothing. And then there was a muffled, distorted voice coming from my speakers. I could only assume it was the guy in the mask speaking. He was masking his voice with some kind of voice changer. I clearly remember. He said, "I still see you, James." My heart sank. He had said my name. I began holding the power button on my laptop, and it felt like an eternity before it finally cut power. I didn't know if I should report what happened to the police, but from what I knew, everything was anonymous with Tor, so it didn't even seem worth it.
I think I might
It's
have frozen
obviously just
myself
a
with that
low-life
way too
hacker.
much.
I went on with my life after deleting the Tor browser from my computer, but about 2 weeks later, my mom threw a letter in my room. She told me it came in the mail for me. There was no return address on
About
it.
to have a frozen
I
Dr.
ripped the letter
Pepper.
open and unfolded the paper tucked inside. In huge letters that filled the paper were the 3 words, "Don't come back." I felt like I was going to throw up from the sickening feeling it gave me. I crumpled up the paper and threw it away. I didn't call the cops as it seemed pointless, and I didn't tell my mom because it would only cause her to panic. But I had no idea how or why they got my address. My worst experience on Tor was stumbling upon a horrific, sickening page called Human Experiments. I don't remember where exactly I found it. It was buried deep somewhere in a link archive page. The homepage described the content on the site. I was distraught at what I was reading. It said in a red, bloody font, "The experiments conducted for this website are to prove that not all humans are born equal. The people chosen to be experimented on were usually homeless, but also the unfortunate souls that happen to get caught by these sick fucks. These so-called experiments ranged from starvation and water restriction, reactions to extreme pain and torture, infections and diseases, and even infant tolerances to x-rays, pain, and heat."
Jesus Christ.
I had seen all those horrific shock videos like 3 Guys and One Hammer, so I thought I would be prepared for what I was going to see, but I wasn't.
I've seen 3 Guys,
I
One
made the
Hammer,
mistake of clicking on the first link to the experiment photos.
by the way.
I honestly had
I
to
saw it
retain
back
the
when I was
urge
in
to
like
view.
6th grade.
I don't want to even give a description of what I saw, but I'll just say there were innocent victims, people just like you and I, going through horrible, horrible things that nobody should ever go through. Against my better judgment, I scrolled the entire page, and it only got worse. Pretty soon a whole section dedicated to infants and toddlers came up. I had somehow made it to the bottom of the page, and then a little box popped up on the screen. I didn't know what it was until a line of text popped up. The text said, "Did you enjoy the site?" I realized there was a chat box. I typed, "Who is this?" The stranger promptly replied, evading my question by saying, "What was your favorite part of the site?" I asked the same question again. This time he actually acknowledged my question and told me he was the site owner. I told him that this was sick and inhumane, and that I would report the site immediately. That was my biggest mistake, telling him that, because after a short pause, he finally said, I see your name is Michael, and you live in Massachusetts.
Jesus Christ.
He was right. But instead of clicking out of that browser right away, I typed in, "No, you're wrong." About 10 seconds later, he typed something that made my heart feel like it shriveled up. And that was my address. My complete, correct home address. His final words were, "Have a nice day." I closed the browser and slammed my laptop shut. I called the police first thing before even telling my parents. When the cops got to our house, I explained everything to everyone at once. They wanted to see my computer since I didn't remember the link to the website. Unfortunately, the Tor browser doesn't save your browser history, so I couldn't even help them in shutting down this website. The cops told us that if what I said was true, that we should find another place to stay as soon as possible. Thankfully, this was around the time that we were looking to move away anyway. I couldn't believe how fast my parents were able to sell the house and find another. I apologized to them every day for a month after this happened. I hated to have to make them go through this all. I liked to think the guy in the chat was just bluffing, but I couldn't take the chance. I don't think anybody should ever look into the deep web, as there is no good to come of it.
No shit, Sherlock. Look at the websites you just looked at.
There used to be a website on the dark web called the Silk Road.
Oh,
It
this
was
is
an
cool.
underground illegal drug marketplace. I had heard about it through friends that had used it. Our weed dealer was moving out of state and he was our only connection. So my friends started using this website and claimed that it was legit. The timing couldn't be better to score some pot since my parents were in Atlantic City for the weekend. I downloaded the Tor browser and checked it out. The biggest seller on the site was cannabis, of course. I left a
Who the
comment
fuck
on
is
one of
buying
the
weed
newer
off the
listings
dark web?
asking for anybody to tell me if the listing was legit. I came back to the site about an hour later, and I had one new message. It was from a user named Illy B. He saw my comment and offered to sell me an ounce for a really low price, but he only does local. I've done local deals before, and I've never really...
It's funny. I'm looking at the screenshot that Mr. Nightmare included for the Silk Road, which is like, if you don't know, I guess it was an online drug marketplace for the deep web. You can just see some of these advertisements, and half a gram of Master Kush bubble hash for $3.19. That's pretty good. Oh no, this is Bitcoin. And that must be pretty fucking expensive. Half gram of hash for 3 Bitcoin, whatever, I don't fucking know. $3.19 in Bitcoin. They've got codeine, they've got 2CE, what the hell is that? Ecstasy, purple kush. It's really weird to see fucking needles and codeine in the same section as weed and ecstasy. I'm sorry, I'm out of weed, but I can sell you some heroin. Huh. Anyway, let's keep playing the story.
problem with them, so I told him that I was in Washington. Turned out he lived only about an hour away from me. I suggested we meet halfway, but shockingly, he said he would just meet me in my hometown. I couldn't turn down that offer. He said he would be over after work around 9 o'clock. I told him to meet me in the Wendy's parking lot. He asked me a bunch of weird questions like my address, who I live with. I definitely didn't want to give my address to a pot dealer, and I lied and told him I lived alone. A little bit later, he texted
Hey,
me
what's
to
up,
tell me
Miley?
he found
How's
a
it
much
going?
better place to do the deal. It was behind an old closed-down retail store at the edge of town. My sketchiness alarm was going off, but I was so desperate to get that grass. I knew exactly where that building was, so I drove over and got there within 5 minutes. I parked the car behind the building, but couldn't see anyone else there. Then I got a text saying he was on his way. That made no sense, because if he lived an hour away, how would he know of his place? I sat there for like 20 minutes trying to get another response from him, but he never answered. I decided to just give it up. I had a feeling something sketchy was going on. And that
Good,
I
you.
should
I'm doing
sleep while I
fine.
still
I'm
could.
doing fine, Miley.
It took me 10 minutes to get back home. My front door was open. I knew I had shut it, so I was worried that my parents had gotten home early. I parked my car in the driveway since my dad didn't take it and went back inside. The light upstairs in my parents' bedroom was on, and I heard some kind of shuffling noise. I shouted, "Mom and Dad," and the noises stopped. The door to the room slammed shut, and I knew something was wrong. My dad's car wasn't even in sight, and now he's not answering. It took me long enough to realize that whoever was in there wasn't either one of my parents. Since I'm a straight-up idiot, I grabbed a carving knife from the kitchen and charged upstairs to my parents' room. I practically almost broke down the door after slamming it open. I didn't see anyone, but I right away picked up on the fact that my mom's jewelry case was opened. I grabbed the phone in my parents' room and called 911, but something grabbed me from under the bed. I used the knife in my hand to stab their arm, and the man under the bed began to scream in agony. Since it was a corded phone, I couldn't leave the room with it. All I had time to tell the police was that someone broke into my house and then gave them my address. The man crawled out from under the bed with the knife still in his arm. He didn't even look at me. He just ran straight for the front door into his car. The best I could describe him was that he was a black man with a backwards hat and raggy clothing, and he drove a black Honda Accord. Of course, I couldn't tell the police much. I couldn't bring up the website as it was illegal to use it.
Another crack
All I could
smoking
do was
ape.
describe him to the best of my ability. So he's still out there home free. I can only guess he got my address by hacking me somehow.
Thanks for watching. Be careful on the deep web. Back to the Minecraft show. Alright, this is gonna be like a den slash living room. And this is gonna be the dining room, and this is gonna be the kitchen. And then here's the bathroom. There's a bedroom here too, with 2 doors on either side. Again, I'm not really caring about the speed of me building this house. I'm just going slow and streaming. Got 2 viewers and 3 likes. Got some frozen Dr. Pepper. Who in the chat likes Dr. Pepper? No one likes Dr. Pepper? Fuck you guys. Do you like swimming? Yeah, I like swimming. Haven't been swimming in a long time, though. When was the last time I actually went swimming? probably around 2024 when I went to the local water park with my brother and my cousin. That was when I was like 17. Fart. Sup, legend? Hey, what's up, Kino? How's it going? Today we're just doing a bullshit stream where I just play whatever games I want and choose to pause and take a break for as long as I want. Which I'm doing right now. I'm probably going to take a whole hour to build this house. Also, Kino, did you fall asleep on your stream? Hell yeah, that's what I do on streams. Yeah. Like, there'll be times where I'll have to take, like, almost a 15 to 30 minute break on stream just because, like, that's how I am. I can't be doing a 10-hour stream and you can't expect me to not take one break. I doubt this is going to be a 10-hour stream, but maybe. Are you even awake, Lucas? I guess Lucas is asleep. I don't think I slept on my last stream. Oh, then what happened? Because, like, you did a stream this morning, but, like, you weren't even there at all. I just cut the stream early because I got bored with it. Oh, I see. Well, really? What do you mean, really? Like, dude, if you look at the VOD for your most recent stream, you literally did nothing. But, like, show off the background of your, computer. This morning, wait, what? Bro, look at your fucking channel, dude. You've been live for... Hold on. Are you still live? Just gonna check. Alright. Kino con carne. I guess... Well, you're not live anymore. And the VOD's gone. LMAO, it's just my desktop. I ended it. Yeah, I'm talking about that stream. I guess Lucas is asleep now, guys. That's actually fucking insane that it was just continuously streaming. When did it say the stream started? I forgot exactly when the stream started, but I think it started like sometime between 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. in my time zone. So, and you're like 2 years ahead. Why did I say 2 fucking years? 2 hours. 2 hours ahead. You're 2 hours ahead. That was entirely unintentional, and I don't even know how it happened. LOL. I'm at work. Oh, I see. I'll tell you what, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back, chat. Guess it's working out, huh? Guess that it's working out, huh? Yeah. I'm back. See what's going on in the chat. Keto, I hope you were able to watch the ghost stream my desktop today. Yeah, I was there. I didn't really say much. I just said, hey, what's up? And then I was like, oh, let's do an end tower. And then I was like, might as well say wakey wakey. Sick, glad you caught that stream. Yep, I sure did. I even chatted in it. The last thing I said was wakey wakey until I was like, I give up. This person, Kino's not coming back. Probably doesn't even realize he's streaming. kind of pissed my ghost didn't tell you to wake up. Sorry I missed it. Was sleeping earlier yesterday. Yeah, and y'all live in completely different time zones than me, too. I'm surprised even I saw it. Normally I'm not awake at like 7 a.m. Usually asleep. Are you playing before they added all the different wood? I mean, the first wood they ever had in Minecraft was just oak wood, so in theory, no. To choose from. Oak wood, spruce wood, and birch wood. No jungle wood, no dark oak wood, none of that fancy shit yet. Tell you what, I'm gonna go to bed so you guys can see. And yeah, this is Creative World I'm working on, Kino. What you think of this? Just building a suburban neighborhood, or city, I guess. Pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, I like that one. You've put some serious time into that. Now build some parks and shit for people to do. Yeah, what I was thinking of doing first is once I build a row of 3 houses here, one house there, one house there, and one house there, all of this is just going to be forest, dude. Like a big forest reserve. I'm going to plant a bunch of trees. So these houses here will just back onto woods, which is pretty cool. So in the future, all this is just going to be forest. Notice how I added a bunch of trees to the world already to make it feel more alive? Especially the backyards. I made sure to add plenty of trees in the backyards of the houses. This is the front yard of this house. Got the driveway. And the backyard. And yeah, that'll be really sick. Maybe add a creek going through and some different elevation. Now, adding some extra elevation would be kind of hard to do because this is a super flat world, but I could definitely see if I can do that. And even better, I will for sure add a river to this. I mean, my hometown has a river. I can hear a plane. Did you guys hear that? But yeah, I grew up in a town where we had a river going straight through the center, so I feel like I might as well add a river to this world too. Not even just a creek, like a full-on river. And like, notice how I actually put some fucking detail into these houses, and they aren't just blocks of wood with doors. They actually have like roofs and windows and different shapes. different sizes. Like, this is a tiny ass house right here. This is a larger house, I'd say. And this is like a medium-sized house. Or this. You know what? Every house on this street right here is pretty big too. Yeah, maybe just hills or a mountain to break up the flatness a bit somewhere. You know what? I should build some mountains outside of this town, because I only live about 2 hours away from the mountains, so it would be cool to add some mountains outside of this town. I haven't even built like a town center yet, that's the thing. And I think the town center I'm going to be building down that way. So further down that way I'm going to build downtown, and this is one side of town that I'm working on now. And I want you to guess what this is, Kino. I'm sure you know what this is. I'm sure you know. I'm sure. I mean, what the fuck else could this be? Yeah, I was thinking of not drawing. Building some mountains. Not like just some hills, like some rocky mountains with like snow-capped peaks. Are you fucking kidding me? Ah, the stream went out for a second. God damn it. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm sure you know what this is, Kino. That's where I turn the porcelain throne into my acoustic nightmare. Yeah, Taco Bell. Let's go inside. I didn't add enough detail in here, and I think I should have added more detail. I don't know why this fucking glitch happens. But, like, you can see I added a menu. Yo mama's ass. I don't know why I have to do this. It's so annoying. I don't know if you guys can see the menu, but it's the best you guys can see. And this building's fucking empty. I need to actually add a kitchen in here. There. Kitchen. Another back room. This is going to be the bathroom. Yeah, there's no droppers yet, so I just have to make do with the cauldron. Okay, I'll take one Yo Mama's ass and a side of nachos, please. Hell yeah. Are nachos even on the menu? Yeah, they are. Also, I made the prices better than in real life. Like, everything on the menu costs $5 or less. And the only thing that costs $5 is your mom's ass. Like, I don't know what's up with this weird glitch. Can you make me a fast food place where I just sell rotting flesh, pufferfish, spider eyes, and other gross shit? That would be a good idea. Should that be McDonald's? Should Should I build a McDonald's and just have that be the menu? Actually, I think I know the exact Taco Bell I tried to model this off of, and I'll show you guys later. McKino's. Yeah, McKino's. Alright. Let me show you guys what I mean here. Okay, back to work. This is Google Street View. Yeah, I tried to make it look exactly like this. I think I did a pretty good job. Holy shit, we've already been streaming for almost an hour. Damn. Yep, Lucas is definitely asleep now. the driveway. Driveway is finished. Now you can pull up, park in front of the house. As if cars exist in this game. Looking good so far. Excuse me. Again, this has been a pretty bullshit stream. Normally on my streams I try to like keep gaming most of the time and not just sit still like I am now, but honestly I'm just having a chill stream. Not really caring. Fuck, I might even end the stream here soon. I'm getting fucking bored. But hey, now I have another stream VOD for the cool creative Minecraft world I'm working on. I usually don't show off on stream. I usually save the Minecraft streams for survival mode, but yeah, this is my creative mode that I usually work on when I'm not streaming. I'll just do occasional streams where I just show off the town. Don't even know what I'm going to name this town yet, that's the thing. I could name it Bother Me None City, but honestly, that's not very original. I think ending the stream at the 69-minute mark would be pretty cool, so I'll see you guys next time for another stream. This stream didn't go on as long as I was expecting, but it's whatever. See you next time, guys, for another gaming stream and more Bother Me None content.